What is up, Wargamers? Welcome back for another very exciting game of Age of Sigmar. Michael is going to tell us what the matchup is all about today.
Today we have the Demons of Khorne on the table for the first time in 4th edition, and they're going against the Fyreslayers with a regiment of renown. The Saviors of Cinderfall are here to save us from all of these demons. It should be a good fight in the middle of the table.
Good old-fashioned smash 'em up. I'm super into it. We got to give a big shout out to our member Dan, who is running a Kickstarter for some amazing carrying cases. So go ahead and hit the link down below. Check out that Kickstarter. Donate to him so we can all get these amazing, amazing cases. There's some cool stretch goals, which I'll talk about after the first battle round. Thank you, Dan, so much.
We love all of our members, and it's really cool that we get to, be supported by them and support them as well. If you guys are interested in becoming a member and supporting the channel, hit that join button down below, see what our membership service has to offer. Most importantly, access to extra battle reports every single month. If you're completely new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. We do battle reports every single week. Remember to hit like, share, and subscribe down below. It really does help support the channel and make us grow, and helps us all watch this awesome Age of Sigmar that we all love so much. So with all of that being said, let's take a look at the lists we're playing today.
Blades of Khorne are finally here for 4th edition, and I'm very excited to be running a bunch of Bloodletters in Murder Host. When a demon unit fights that's not a hero, it gets a 5-up ward for the rest of the battle. This is unfortunately 4 drops. The Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury is going to be my general. He has Relentless Hunter, so he can do murder less of 6 inches instead of 3 inches. And then he also is going to have Argath, King of Blades, so his attacks ignore ward saves. He also can hand out a 3d6 charge anywhere on the battlefield in the charge phase to demon units. Then I have a Herald on Bloodthrone. This guy is a level 1 priest. He has 10 wounds and War Machine keyword. He's okay in melee, and he also is going to be able to bring back a dead Bloodletter unit on a 4-up in the movement phase. Then I have 2 little foot heroes. We have the Herald of Khorne on foot. He gets to fight and then activate a Bloodletter unit right after him, and if he does so, they get to reduce ward saves by 1 with their attacks. And then we have a Slaughter Priest, who is also a level 1 priest. He's going to hang out in the shrine. He's going to sacrifice people to get blood tithe points, do some chants and some manifestations, and that's him. We have the Wrath Axe. Obviously we're taking the manifestations from the Khorne lore. The Wrath Axe moves, does damage if it moves across you, and then it has some -2 Ren D3 damage attacks in melee. Then we have the Hexgorger Skulls and the Bleeding Icon. The Hexgorger Skulls are going to make wizards -1 to cast, and then the Bleeding Icon, if it's within 8 inches of you, it can make it to where you can't use commands. We have 2 units of 20 Bloodletters, tons of attacks. They're going to get a 5-up ward if they fight before they get hit, and they have crit mortals, and then they might be coming back because of the Blood Throne. Then we have 2 units of Fleshhounds to round out the list. Fleshhounds are just fast attack. They're +2 to charge. They have a lot of attacks that are anti-wizard +1 Rend, which can be helpful sometimes, and they're just going to be helping me get battle tactics. That is the Murder Host Khorne list. Let's see what Michael brought.
Taking a look at the Fyreslayers today, we're taking the battle formation of Warrior Kinbad, which gives +1 to wound for infantry units if they successfully completed a charge, and this is a 4-regiment army list. Let's take a look at the general. It's the Runefather on Magmadroth. This little monster here has quite a few attacks, so he's pretty good in melee, and then he has a special ability called Lord of the Lodge. It's once per battle, and when he declares it, he gives +1 attack to all Fyreslayers within 12 inches of him. We have a bunch of little foot heroes. First up, we have the Rune Master. He's a level 2 priest, and he is the Ashbeard, so he gets +1 to his chanting rolls. He also can manipulate our Gold abilities and give us some bonuses. Then we have the Grimwrath Berserker. He has the Drought of the Finest Magmont. This is going to be giving him +3 attacks once per battle, and he has a Fight Twice ability. And then we have a Rune Smiter. This is a level 1 priest, so he can be doing some chanting and praying, but he's mostly here because he can tunnel in with a unit, which is very helpful for getting battle tactics and objectives and things like that. For a regiment of renown, we have the Saviors of Cinderfall. We have Callus and Tull and their companions. These guys are going to arrive outside of a terrain feature And they have a nice armor save, they have good ward saves, and they're very good against priests and wizards. For invocations, we have the Molten Inferno. This guy is a damage dealer, and if he deals any damage to anything, they're -1 to wound. And then we have the Runic Firewall and the Flame Spitter. The Firewall manipulates some movement characteristics a little bit, makes it harder for people to get up and over that thing, and then the Flame Spitter, has some terrible shooting attacks that we probably won't use. We have a reinforced unit of Hearthguard Berserkers with the Flame Strike Poleaxes. These are Rend 1 damage 2, but they're crit mortals, so they can really dump a bunch of mortals on somebody. Then we have Hearthguard Berserkers with the Broad Axes. These guys are a little bit cheaper, that's why I'm going to take them, because they're Rend 1 damage 2. Both units of Hearthguard Berserkers will get a 5-up ward if they're next to an infantry Fyreslayer's hero. Then we have one unit of Volkite Berserkers with the Sling Shields. These are pretty much the only thing in the list that has a 5-up armor save, so they're going to be hanging out with the Rumschmiter. And then we have 2 units of Volkite Berserkers with the double hand axes. These guys have a bunch of attacks, and getting +1 to wound when they charge, they can really dump a ton of attacks on top of something. That is it for the Fyreslayers today. Let's take a look at the mission. Today's mission is shifting objectives. This is a 3-objective mission, and the twist today is going to be at the start of each battle round. After determining the active player is going to roll a d3 to determine which objective is the primary objective. The other 2 objectives are going to be secondary objectives. The underdog can make them re-roll this roll. We're going to be scoring 1 victory point for each secondary objective that we control, 2 victory points if we control the primary objective, and 2 victory points if we control more objectives than the opponent, and 4 for completing a battle tactic. So with a 3-objective mission and 2 melee armies, we should be having a nice little scrum right here in the center of the battle, so we'll see whose armor save is going to be better in this one. All right, with all that being said, let's take a look at who has initiative.
We are back from taking a look at the armies, and we had a couple pre-battle things to do. Your honor guard is going to be the axes.
Yep, the broad axes. I'm going to be giving them anti-infantry +1 rend.
Cool.
Really punch through that low armor save, really punch down on the demons.
Absolutely. And my honor guard is going to have +1 to hit and wound rolls against Michael's honor guard.
Mm-hmm. And then for the Saviors of Cinderfall in their Regiment of Renown, I get to mark something for justice, and we've marked your Blood Throne. So we get +1 to wound rolls for the Regiment of Renown against the Blood Throne.
And you get double damage because he's a priest.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
So don't come anywhere near my Regiment of Renown with him.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the active player now gets to roll to see which one of these objectives is going to be the primary. Michael's active player because he's decided to go first.
I'm going to use this NWO dice. I like this dice. Hiya! 3. So
right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
That will be the primary for this turn, and Michael is going to go first, so leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Blades of Khorne and all their priests, or is it going to be Fyreslayers and all their priests? We'd really like to hear from you. Michael, go ahead and get into your turn, buddy.
So the reason I'm going first is because I'm willing to risk the double so I can get all of my stuff on the points now, because I'm really, really slow. And if I let him go first, I might not get a battle tactic. So here we are. So let's start with just a wee bit of stuff. First, my battle tactic is going to be Reclaim the Realm. So I have to have a unit within each table quadrant. It's going to be super easy to do. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tunnel up. And this does happen in the hero phase now.
Very good.
We'll start here, and we'll just do on a 4-up, we just want a Prayer of Ash, answer value of 4. No. So we'll put 2 little tokens by him for later. And then the Ashbeard, the Rune Master on the other side, he's going to do the same thing, the Prayer of Ash. It's going to be an answer value of, oh.
I am going to do a reaction. I am going to activate my Place of Power. It goes off, and then I'm going to pray for Unholy Flames, and that goes off. Okay guys, so I just realized that the +1 rend, that's a dumb thing to do right now because it only lasts until the end of the turn. So I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna put down the Wrath Axe.
The only other thing that I needed to do was pick my rune, and I'm gonna do the Rune of Fiery Determination. So Fyreslayer's units have a ward of 5 up for the rest of the battle round. So I'm going to have this unit, I'm going to throw another unit into the center, so hopefully I'll survive David's clapback next turn. I think that's it for my hero phase. Movement phase is complete for the Fyreslayers. The Saviors have popped up over on that side. We spent a command point to auto-run this unit of Volkite Berserkers to take the center. And then this unit had to stay perfectly still because they moved. Everything else just kind of ran forward slightly. So we're standing on all the objectives, and we're threatening with our big castle standing behind it for counter charges. Dave threw a 5-inch redeploy and moved that Bloodletter squad 5 inches closer to me.
Yep, so my battle tactic is going to be to take the flanks. We're going to do that with the 2 units of Fleshhounds. Very easy to do. And then we are going to activate Place of Power and see if we can get a +1 to chant from Dude. He does. And then the Slaughter Priest is going to hop into the Blood Throne, so he's going to become an Invoker, and he's going to be +1 to chanting as well. So I'm going to put him in the throne real quick. Okay, let's do some chanting. So the first thing that I'm going to chant for is Unholy Flames with the Blood Throne. That goes off, so we're going to give a +1 Ren to the 20-man Bloodletter squad. Okay, the Slaughter Priest is also going to do Unholy Flames because it's unlimited, and he's going to target the Bloodletter squad that's on the other side of the flank, and that goes off, so they're also going to have Rend. And then the Herald of Khorne is going to try to bring out the, let's bring out the bleeding icon. That fails, he'll bank him. The Slaughter Priest is going to do Blood Sacrifice, and he's going to roll a d3 on a 2+. He's going to do some mortal wounds to the Bloodletters, and then I'm going to get a Blood Tithe point. It goes off. I'm going to take 2 mortal wounds on the Bloodletters, and they have a 6-up ward. They fail. 1 Bloodletter goes poof, and then I'm going to have a Blood Tithe point. All right, Michael, I'm all done with my hero phase. Any reactions?
Yeah, I'm going to try one. We'll go down to 3 for Magical Intervention. We're going to try and pray. We're set at a +2 for our Rune Master, and then he's going to be -1. So we're just at a +1 to chant right now, and we're going to go for a Prayer of Ash. So answer value is now looking for a 3. Oh, and we get another 1. Excellent. He's doing great.
He's having very much fun time.
Very much the most of fun.
Okay, we're all finished with my movement phase. I did an auto run with the Fleshhounds because I need to take the flanks, and then the other Fleshhounds just moved across. The Bloodletters right here moved their 5, and the Wrathaxe moved with them as well. The Blood Throne and Herald threw a run. The Slaughter Priest is going to stay in his little shrine right now. And then the Bloodthirster moved 12. And then I used my Blood Tithe point to do Murderlust, and he's got a 6-inch Murderlust because of his heroic trait, so he's in combat. And then the Bloodletter squad here just walked forward. They're going to charge into some Berserkers. Okay, the Enfettered Fury has his Lash of Khorne. This is shoot in combat, so he can still shoot. This is going to be 4 attacks, 3 strees, -1 d3. 3 hits. 2 wounds, -1.
6s. I saved 1.
Okay, a D3 for 3.
Okay, well, I fail all the words anyways.
Shooting phase is complete. Let's go ahead and charge. Okay, the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury is going to beckon the hunt. Pick a friendly, non-unique Blades of Khorne demon unit to be the target, and for the rest of the turn, add 1 to the number of dice rolled. So we're going to do a 3d6 charge with the 20-man Bloodletter squad into the Saviors. They're going to go 16 inches. Okay, Bloodletters have encrusted the Saviors of Cinderfall. Now we're just going to charge on 2d6 into the Volkites. That's a 5, so they'll go in. Oh, hold on, I got one more charge. Wrath Axe.
Wrath Axe.
4 is not good enough.
Okay, we're gonna spend 2, and we're gonna countercharge with the broad axes. Hiya! There's a 10.
Charge is complete. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into activations. Okay, the Bloodthirster is going to fight first. He has 6 attacks on 3s and 2s.
I'm assuming everything into the broad axes.
Everything in the broad axes.
Yeah, that was fine.
Okay, so you've got 5 at -2.
Yep, give me damage.
That's 20 damage.
All right. 5s. Okay, so I say 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll activate Callous and Toll, and these are 3s and 4, rend 1, 2 damage, and they're anti-wizard, so it doesn't come up in this one. So hits on 3s, wounds on 4. Take 3 at -1 into the letters.
Failed them all.
2 damage each.
2 guys die.
And then the companions get to fight right after. 4 attacks piece. These are 3s and 4s, rend 1. A mighty 4 and -1 rend.
Okay. 6s, 2 damage.
Single damage.
6s. Okay, 2 more dead guys. So this is going to be 37 attacks from the letters. They're +1 rend. And this is just going to be 3s and 3s. Okay, we're going to start with 25 and then we'll do 12 more. Last 12. Ward saves total.
5s. 5.5. These are going to be 4s and 3s, rend 1.
Okay, it takes 4 damage. Okay, 32 attacks going into the Saviors of Cinderfell.
We'll spend our last command point to all at defense.
Okay. Here's the first 25. 3s. 6 at -2.
Okay, so save 2 of those.
Okay, here's the other attacks. 1 more save, rend 2.
Fail it.
Okay, and then you have 8 mortal wounds.
4 ports. So we take 6 damage.
Okay, that is also about what I thought would happen. Okay, we got 13 more attacks coming into the Bloodthirster.
These are 3s and 2s because we charged.
Oh, you needed to roll better than that, buddy. You take 7 more damage, so you suffered 11. Okay, combat is complete. Since I'm in combat with these 2 units of Bloodletters, they're going to get to return D3 slain models. So we'll start right here for 2, and then the ones in the middle for 3. We'll put those back. So we put the Bloodletters back. Now we're going to use our last command point for power through. We're going to inflict D3 mortal wounds to the axes for 2.
Okay.
And then he's going to go bye-bye.
Save them.
Very nice. My Bloodthirster has decided that he is going to go lick his wounds for a minute. He powered through and went back that way. We're back from my turn. It went pretty good. I got 9 points. I couldn't stay on that point when Michael countercharged with his dwarves. You may have noticed I did no all-out defense, and I got really lucky with my ward rolls and kept my Bloodthirster alive with 5 wounds left. Really important because I was holding on to that power through to get him out of there. As soon as Michael countercharged, I knew I was doing power through, so I held on to my last command point. The Bloodletters are doing exactly what they're going to do. They're going to just flood the point and then be really hard to shift because, you know, they're like clan rats. You bring them back, but they're 2 wounded, which is cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so decent turn. We're going to go ahead and get into the roll-off now. It's 9 to 10, which makes me the underdog. So let's see what happens.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you as well. All right, you have choice.
We'll maintain order.
Okay, sounds good. We will be back for battle round 2, Fyreslayers. I've got to give a big shout out to our member Dan for sending us this prototype for his new Kickstarter project, the Gladius 3D printable miniature case. Let's take a closer look. This case comes in a variety of colors with steel sheets of different sizes for easy magnetization of your miniatures. It also has storage tray options to house your objective markers, rulers, and dice. What I really like about this case is its durability and also the acrylic front panel option, and this case holds a surprising amount of models. So hit the link in the description box below and click to be notified when the campaign starts. Stretch goals include larger case options and an array of added customization, so help our awesome member and give back to our amazing community. Big love to all of you viewers, especially our members, and thanks again. Now let's go ahead and get back to the action.
We're back for battle round 2. Fyreslayers are going to get into it. Off camera, we did roll for the active. I rolled here, and Dave made me re-roll it, so it is now on the center where all of those Bloodletters are sitting. For my battle tactic this turn, I'm going to take their lands. Just stand on this thing.
That seems pretty good.
Seems pretty.
Stand on the point, stand on the terrain. What more can you ask for?
What more can you ask for? +2 to prayers.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's really good.
Prayer of Ash.
I don't know if you know, +2.
I'm guessing you want to put it on your pole axes.
I would really like to.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yay!
So when it goes off on an 8, it's also -1 from rend that target it. So they're -1 to, they're basically +1 to save and -1 to be wounded. Let's bring out the Flame Spitter from the same guy.
Uh-huh.
That's his 3rd time.
Yep.
Let's do a fun one. Let's do the Prayer of Grimnir's Fury. Answer values 4. Huh. Okay, and we'll add our ritual points to that. So the Grimwrath Berserker will get a fight twice.
Nice.
Our rune this turn is going to be the Rune of Fury. So we get to fight first if anything charges us. I'm calling it now for next turn, but in case he countercharges me, it'll be nice to have it up.
I'm going to do a rally on my Bloodthirster. He's going to heal 3, so he suffered 8. Activate Place of Power. That goes off. And then we're going to do a prayer. It doesn't matter.
That's why you didn't get it, because you didn't pick one.
Yeah. Okay, down to 3. That's it for me. We can move.
Movement phase is complete. We shimmied the Volkite Berserkers with sling shields over, so we're taking their lands, and then everything is moving up to encrust this center objective. I had this idea that I was going to try and take out both objectives, but I'm pretty sure it makes more sense to just wholly destroy that one objective and then maybe move on after that.
I did forget last turn that I have a 5-up ward with my Bloodletter units if they've already fought in the combat phase, but I've only lost 2 Bloodletters, so I'm going to remember this time. Magmadroth.
4 shots with the Roaring Fire Stream. 3s and 3s. Excellent.
Crushing
Good.
it.
Nice, nicely done. Perfect. All right.
Callus and Toll are going to see if they can shoot their way out of a wave of Bloodletters.
3 shots apiece, 3s and 3s, rend 1.
Okay, they can do better.
They can do better. 3 at -1.
Failed them.
Single damage each.
1 dead Bloodletter.
Berserkers with broad axes.
Oh, look at that. They're in.
in like Flynn. Grimwrath Berserker.
Good old-fashioned dog pile.
Let's go with Magmadroth. Let's do the pole axes. 6.
Mighty 6.
All right, I'm going to play conservatively. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to do any more charges because I don't want these guys to get out of position. Because what I would have to do is trail this in and then make like an 8. And then I'm risking my hero. So Magmadroth, his Rampage, Raging Inferno. We're going to roll the dice, and on a 3-up, we're going to subtract 1 from the save rolls from those blood letters. Seems a little unnecessary. Hey. And then we're going to use our once per battle for Warrior Kings, is what it's called now. We're going to add 1 to the attack characteristics of melee weapons used by Fyreslayer's units wholly within 12 of the Magmadroth.
Everybody's +1 attack. Everybody's having the bestest time.
Bestest time. So we'll start with the broadaxes.
Okay, let's do it.
So 3 attacks apiece, +1 for the champion. We're going to all-out attack going down to 3 command points. We're anti-infantry +1 rend, and the blood letters are -1 to their saves. So these are effectively rend 3 right now.
I'm just rolling ward saves.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Here we go. 2s and 2s. 12. So 24 damage.
Okay, ward rolls twice. That is 10 dead guys and a wound on another. Okay, the blood letters are going to activate. They're going to go into the Volkites. There's going to be 21 attacks.
Feel like you're just trying to get blood type points.
I sure am. 6 rend 1 and 4 mortal wounds.
6 upwards.
Okay, now that that unit has fought, they have a 5-up ward. Callus and Toll fighting their way out of the demon pin.
Okay, 4 attacks apiece, 3s and 4s. Take 2 at -1. 2 damage each.
2 dead guys.
And then we have 2 more companions left. Take 1 at -1. Single damage.
Okay, that's a damage.
Cool.
All right, we've got 31 attacks going into Toll's companions. This is going to be 25 of them.
All out defense, going down to 2 command points.
One save from the second batch, and then you have 5 mortal wounds.
What's the rend?
1.
Rend 1. Okay, so we're on a 3-up save. 4 boards.
Nice roll.
3 damage.
We killed another companion, folks! Grimwrath Berserker.
He has 6 attacks right now, and these are going to be 2s and 2s because of his oath. They all hit. And they all wound.
Rend 2.
Rend 2.
Okay. 3 damage each?
2 damage each.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 5 upwards. Okay, that's 4 dead letters.
Zaroon Faza has 4 attacks with the, or 5 attacks, excuse me, with the Lashkey Grand Axe. Two, Rend 2.
Damage.
3 damage each.
I take 2 damage. 1 blood letter goes down.
2 attacks with the Blazing Maw, 4s and 2s. 1 at Rend 2. 3 damage, excuse me.
Okay, 1 more dead blood letter.
And then we have the Claws and Horns, who sit on 4s and 2s. Rend 1.
Still don't have the save.
Okay, so 2 damage each.
Okay, 2 more dead blood letters. That was 8 damage total.
2 attacks with the Fire Steel hand axes. 1 hit. 1 wound, Rend 1.
Single damage?
Yep.
Okay, take a damage. Unless you miss with everything, and I roll the best 5 upwards ever, I think we're saying goodbye to some blood letters.
So 5 hits.
Okay, looking for 5 1s here.
It's happened. It's happened before. All right.
So
8
take
damage.
8 damage.
2, 4, 6. Watch the best ward roll you've ever seen in your life. Not quite. He's dead. That'll be a blood tie point. I believe that is everything. Yes.
Those guys have anybody to rally back? I don't think I killed anything, right?
They're in combat, so they bring back D3 for 2.
Fyreslayers have completed their turn, and we score 9 points. We hold the primary, we hold 1 secondary, we do hold more, and we completed our battle tactic of take their lands. So that's 9 points, so the score is 19 to 9, and we're getting into Blades of Khorne, bottom of turn 2.
Yes, so my battle tactic is going to be take their land. It's impossible to fail. We're going to go ahead and do some prayers now. So let's activate Place of Power with my Blood Throne. It's activated. With the Bloodthirster, we'll wait on him. We're going to do Blood Sacrifice, and he's going to do it on himself, the Slaughter Priest. 2 mortal wounds. We'll give ourselves another blood tie point. He's just whipping himself. We're going to do Blood Boil on this unit right here, coming from the Slaughter Priest, who is +1 to chant. That goes off. So we're going to roll 6 dice, mortals on 5s.
Okay.
Take 2 mortal wounds.
I moved out of range of my hero, so 6s. Ooh, save 1.
Nice. The Blood Throne is going to do Unholy Flames on itself. That goes off. I think we're going to bank those, though. And then the other Herald is going to do Unholy Flames as well, and he's going to bank those. So he's up to 7. Now we're going to use a command point and rally my general. He's going to heal 3 more, so he's to 5 suffered. That is going to be it for my hero phase. Michael, do you have anything?
I just want to rally the Broadaxes. So we'll bring 2 back, and we'll heal a guy.
Okay, we are back from my movement phase. Fleshhounds ran toward this this terrain feature. The Blood Throne ran 6. These bloodletters are staying in combat. The Herald and the Slaughter Priest are scattering because Michael has a bunch of stuff right here. And then my Bloodthirster moved and Murderlusted into combat, so that will get around the strike first that he gets from when I charge. And the Fleshhounds moved over there. They're wrapping around, being beasts. You're gonna go do something later potentially. So that is everything. And Michael didn't have any reactions. He's got 1 more command point left. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some shooting. Okay, the Bloodthirster is gonna shoot with his shoot in combat weapon, the Lash of Khorne. This is 3s and 3s. Make 3 saves -1.
6s. Save 1.
4 damage.
6s. Okay, take 4 damage.
All right, we're going to activate these bloodletters. We're going to do 11 into Callus and Toll, and then we're going to do 6 into his companion.
Okay, so we will all out defense on Callus and Toll.
Okay.
Last command point.
Six saves -1.
So we have a 4. And 4s. Hey, takes a damage.
Good, take that.
Take that.
I'm having so fun fighting these guys. Okay, and then we've got 11 into Callus and Toll. Into Callus and Toll. 9 3-up saves and 3 mortals.
3s. And 4s. They'll take 4 damage.
Okay, they now have a 5-up ward, and we'll go watch the Bloodthirster get punched.
Okay, Berserkers going into the Bloodthirster, hitting on 4s. And moving on 3s.
5s. 5s. Okay, he takes 3. All right, he'll fight back on an all-out attack, bring me down to 1 command point, and this is going to be 2s and 2s. 20 damage.
6s. So let's try and punch you when we die.
Okay.
Mortals on 5s. Take 2 mortals on the way out.
Okay, he'll take both of those. So he suffered 10.
All right, we know this. We know this war scroll at this point. This is Callison Toll swinging into you. Cool, take 4 at -1.
6s, and then 6 damage on 5s.
Yep.
Okay, that is 2 dead bloodletters.
And then the companion. Take 2 more saves at -1 rune.
6s,
Single damage.
5s. Okay, take a damage.
Okay. Roll to see if those 2 guys come back.
I sure will. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, we're back from my turn. I scored 8 points. I hold these objectives and completed my battle tactic, but I don't have the primary because Michael's entire army is there, striking first if I charge him, so I didn't have a good op there. And that is it. So the score is 17-20, and we're getting the roll off for battle round 3, the Battle of the Priests.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you, good sir.
We shall
Great ties.
maintaining order.
Maintaining order. We'll be back for battle round 3, kill some demons. Battle round 3 is upon us. Michael is going to take the turn. I have 2 blood tithe points and 5 command points to Michael's 4. And he rolled for the objective and rolled this one. I was happy with that. And that's it. So we can go ahead and get it your turn.
Let's see. So for our battle tactic this turn, we're going to hold the center. For my rune, I'm going to do the Rune of Relentless Zeal, which is the run and charge rune. And I'm going to take my whole army and run over there. Prayer of Ash.
Okay.
Answer value is 3 now, because I moved slightly away from the forge. Nice. -1 to wound, and -1 to rend that targets them. Zargon the Flame Spitter. No. What, 4th one this game?
4 ones.
Cool.
Yeah. 4 ones out of 6 rolls.
We're going to make him fight twice.
Okay.
Answer value is 4. Goes off.
Okay.
So he's a fight twice priest.
I am going to rally my demon, and he's going to get 3 wounds back. And we're going to chant. So let's try to activate the place of power. We do. And then we're going to try to chant to bring out Hexgorger Skulls. We do. We're going to drop those down. So this is where the Hexgorger Skulls are, and that is going to be the end of the hero phase.
Movement phase is complete, and I forgot to hit record on the top down, so I'm just going to walk you through it real quick. We just moved and ran most of our army into these bloodletters. Broad axes are on their own little adventure, so they're more towards the shrine over there, and we're going to try and slingshot around some manifestations or in the blood throne and try and actually get something interesting. And then my rune smiter tried to bravely sprint away from the bloodletter, or the bloodthirster,
yep.
But he redeployed and murder lusted into me. And we have a little bit of shooting to do. Let's start with Callison Toll. We got 6 shots with Callison Toll. They all hit. And 3 wounds at rend 1.
6s and 6s. Okay, 1 dead guy.
And then we have the roaring fire stream into the same target. They'll hit. 2 wounds at rend 2.
Damage?
2 damage.
Okay, that's another dead bloodletter.
Pole axes on the far side.
They're in.
They're in. Grimwrath Berserker is going to try for a charge. An 8. The Magmadroth. Berserker's on the other side. At a 6. We're going to spend a command point and re-roll it. Nope, it was bound to be a 6. Rampage on the Magmadroth on a 3-up, -1 to your save. You're -1 to your save. My Grimwrath Berserker is going to pop his drought of the finest ale, give himself +3 attacks. And then we will activate with the pole axes first. And we'll all out attack. So we're going to be 2s and 2s, rend 1, crit mortals.
So if I all out defense, I'll have a 6-up save. Why not?
Okay.
Okay, 11 6-ups. And then we're going to roll these wards twice. That's 9 damage. Plus 7 damage. That's 18 damage. So that's 9 guys. Okay, 13 attacks going into the Grimwrath Berserker, coming from the Bloodletters. 4 saves, -1, and 1 mortal wound.
6s. All right, I need to make 5 upwards. All right, made 3, so he takes 2 damage. All right, we'll activate with the Grimwrath next. We have 8 attacks, so we're gonna put 5 into the Hex Gorgers. Now we'll put 6 into the Hex Gorgers, and we will put 2 into your Bloodletters.
Okay.
These are 2s and 2s, so 5 into the Hex Gorgers. 4, Ren 2, 2 damage each.
Okay, so we're going to be rolling wards here. They're gone.
Okay, and then the letters take 2 damage.
Okay, so this is 6 attacks, 3s and 2s. Everything hits. 5 wounds at Ren 2.
Dead. Callus and Toll are going to activate. One guy is going to go into the throne, and the other guy is going to go into the letters. 4 attacks into the throne. These are 3s and 2s because he's been judged.
Yes.
All right, so 2 hits, 1 wound, Ren 1, but it's 4 damage.
I take 4 damage, and then 6 up save. Okay, he takes 3.
And then the other guy into the letters. Take 1 into the blood letters.
They're good.
Cool.
The throne is going to fight into Callus Toll.
I'll use my last command point for the battle round and all that defense.
Okay, sounds good. This is 7 attacks, anti-infantry +1 Ren, crit mortals, 3s and 3s. So 2 mortals. And 2 saves, -2.
Force. Saving both. And force. All right, take 1. 1 guy goes down. Take the guy with pistols. Magma Droth. 4 attacks with the Latchkey Grand Axe. 3 hits. 1 wound, 3 damage.
Okay, take 3.
The Blazing Maw. Nothing. And then the Claws and Horns. 2 at -1 rend.
Okay.
2 damage each.
Okay, saved all those. Fighting with the Slaughter Priest, this is going to be 4 attacks, 3s, 3s, -1, 2. Make 2 saves, -1.
Goes right through.
4 damage.
4 damage. All right, take 3. All right, we're going to put 4 into your Slaughter Priest and 3 into the Wrath Axe. 3s and 2s. 4 at -1 rend.
6s! He's dead. I failed all of my 6-up saves on the Wrath Axe. Okay, 6s. Takes 6 damage. Yeah, he's 7 health. He's got 1 wound left.
Oh, shoot. All right, and then into the Slaughter Priest with everybody else. So take 4 at rend 2.
Oh, dead. He doesn't have a save against rend 2. Wrath Axe going in. 3s and 2s. Everything hits. Everything wounds. -2.
Yep.
That's 8 damage.
That was surprising. 6s. We'll take 6 damage. Grimwrath is our final activation. 2s and 2s. 2, 4, 6.
5s?
It's Rent. Oh, you're on wards. Got it.
That is exactly enough to kill the squad. 4 Blood Tithe points. All right, Michael, pretty effective combat. Let's go score you up.
Fyreslayers have completed our turn, and we scored 9 points. We hold the primary, we hold 1 in the secondaries, and we hold more, and we completed our battle tactic.
Yes. I am going to slay 2 units, I think. This guy right here is going to chant to do Blood Boil. So he's going to chant into this unit right here. And it goes off. So there's 10 of those guys. We're going to roll 10 dice, mortals on 5s. They're going to take 4 mortal wounds.
Oh, yeah. Take 3.
Okay, and they are now -1 to wound. The Blood Throne is going to chant for Unholy Flames. And it goes off. +1 to rend. It goes off on an 8. So he's going to be +1 to wound as well. So +1 to rend and wound. All right, we're all done with my movement phase. The Blood Throne stayed in. Gonna try to finish off Callus or Toll, whichever one it is. These Flesh Hounds right here are getting ready to charge. The Herald is chilling right there. The Axe stayed in combat. I tried to summon a unit of Bloodletters and failed again, so that was fun. We did a run and then Murderlust right here to get into combat, and then the Flesh Hounds are holding that point over there. The only charge that I'm gonna do is right here with the Fleshies. They're going 7.
You can try and eat my Grimwrath
Yes.
with some low quality attacks.
Yes.
3 up will make your Flesh Hounds -1 in their save. They are.
Okay. 21 attacks, 4s and 3s. Nice try, boys. 6 wounds, no rend.
5s. And 5s again.
Okay.
He's alive. He takes 1 damage.
He takes 1 damage. Oh my god, you guys.
Broadaxes into the Wrath Axe. We got some hot axe on axe action.
I rolled 3 6s, but I needed to roll 10 6s. So
Almost got it.
it was close.
It was close.
All right, into Toll. 7 attacks, 3s, 3s, -3, 2, crit mortals. 4 mortals.
Okay.
1 at -2. Or
So
1 at -3, my bad.
we have a 3 up right now, so we'll take a 6. So it's 6 damage.
6 damage.
4s.
Oh, look, he's alive.
He's
He's taken 2 wounds.
perfectly
That's
fine.
awesome.
All right, well, we got Volkite Berserkers, 4s and 4s coming at you. Take a mighty 5 saves. I run 1.
Takes 2 damage. We're going to try to get our battle tactic one more time. 1 attack into the Volkite that's left alive, and then 5 into the other guys. So, misses, and then into the other guys. $12 damage.
So we'll take 10. All right, Grimwrath Berserker into the Dags.
Okay.
They'll hit. Wound on 3s. 4, rend 2. And you're -1 your save. So take 8 damage.
3 dead dogs.
Runefather on Magwindroth. With the Latchkey Grand Axe. 9 damage.
Just enough to kill the squad.
And then here we have Callus and or Toll. Somebody comment down below who is whom. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. 2 at -1.
Save 1, fail 1.
4 damage.
5s. Takes 2. All right, folks, we just got done with my turn. I had 4 different opportunities to kill 2 units, and I didn't kill a single unit. Just whiffed with all my attacks, unfortunately. I'm happy that the Blood Throne is still alive, and I'm happy that the Bloodthirster is standing on that center point. We'll maybe get it back next turn, and we're getting into the roll-off for Battle Round 3. Good luck to you, Michael.
Good luck to you.
Okay, so Michael is going to win the roll-off. He can take the turn, kill the Bloodthirster, and hold all but that point. So I'm going to concede right now. We will do some rolling to see where the primary objective is, so we can get you the final score, and then we will be back for the wrap-up.
We're here for the wrap-up. After we mathed it out, final score is going to be 46 for the Fyreslayers to 20 for the Blades of Khorne. So this is the part where we're going to tell you what our hot takes are, MVPs, LVPs, and we want you to comment down below who your MVPs and LVPs were of this game. So let's start with Khorne, because it was the first time for them on 4th edition on the tabletop, and you took a demon list. How do you feel about it?
Demons are okay. I like getting the 5-up ward after I fought. That was fun. It makes you think hard about your different activations and things. I love the Bloodletter tar pits. Michael was able to dogpile them with a very high damage output, so he took a really good opportunity to seize the center objective and then move his whole army over. I do like the Bloodletters. I think they're a little overpointed at 200 points for a unit. That's 800 points of this army is just those 2 blocks of Bloodletters. And their damage output, well, it's fair with crit mortals and you can give extra rend. It's not amazing. The extra rend only lasts until the end of the turn, not until your next turn. So that also doesn't help you defensively at all. The Fleshhounds were fine. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. The Bloodthirster was great. I love the fact that he can move 6 right into combat after he runs or after he redeploys. There's all kinds of fun ways to get him into combat and out of combat. So he's going to be my MVP. I had a lot of fun with him. I think he did like 60 damage and was just all over the points and killing a hero and all that stuff. The manifestations are not good against you. One of my prayers is to decrease the power level of a wizard 18 inches away. That would be fantastic. The Hexgorger Skulls reduce casting by 1, and then the altar, if you cast a spell on any unit that's within 18 of it, then you get a blood type point on a 5-up and you ignore the spell, which is really nice. I don't really have any LVPs. I think that the big swing in the game was just at the bottom of 3. I just had some poor rolls, didn't get my battle tactic, and then Michael won the roll off into 4, and at that point it was lights out. But there is some play to be had with Khorne. They are definitely a tech army, and I can't wait to get them out again. I'm going to be working on a mortal list as well, so hopefully I can show that off for you guys pretty soon.
So this is the second time we've had Fyreslayers in 4th, and the other game did not go well for us, we'll put it that way. So we made some changes to the list, and we added Callus and Toll for their Regiment of Renown, and they have got to be our MVP. The amount of durability that they added to this army that lacks durability was incredible. So what I was hoping I was going to get from Callus and Toll was a unit that can come out quickly, snag an objective, maybe take the flanks and take their lands and things like that, and be durable. And they were able to do both of those things. They held like a half of David's army by themselves and allowed the rest of my castle to just run around and do what they needed to do. Way underpointed. 230 points for essentially a 3-up save with a 4-up ward on that many wounds.
That could be 500 points, dude.
Wild.
You were in combat with a full unit of blood letters that was hitting you with mortal wounds, crit mortals, and they didn't care. I killed like 1 model every combat phase. So that was a shame. I probably shouldn't have gone into them, but I had the opportunity to get into them turn 1, and I thought I could at least kill the companions, but the 2-up save, 4-up ward, even with my extra rend, was not enough. So Michael, you did do quite well on your 4-up ward rolls there. I really just fell short at the bottom of 3, man.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
LVP for me is going to go to, obviously, the Rune Master, who could not get a prayer out.
He rolled so many
so
ones.
many
dude.
ones.
Yeah.
I think his ability is really cool, and he should be able to do it relatively easily because as soon as he gets 3 tokens for 3 successful prayers, he's going to increase your abilities for your Ungold abilities. So theoretically, he should work out just fine, and he was just trash. So everything else was really good. The broad axes did great. The pole axes did great. Even the Grimwrath Berserker was just crushing things all over the place. So all of it worked really, really well, and I'm glad that the changes we made to the list worked out in a really positive way.
Yeah, I also like how you're playing the runes. The order that you played them was very smart. So playing the 5-up ward, turn 1, that's what kept that stuff alive in the first turn when I charged in fully juiced.
Yeah.
Getting the counter strike with the broad axes was a great play, and then using the counter strike rune in turn 2, so I really couldn't fight you with anything that I wanted to charge with aside from the Bloodthirster and the letters that were already in combat. That was good. And then you just turn on with all the movement after you've kind of stopped your opponent from doing any damage, and then get everything in turn 3 with the run and charge. So that was great. Well done on your part for that. But yeah, it's good to see the Fyreslayers get a W. The other one is a member report. If you haven't seen it, go check it out if you're a member. And I think that's it for us today.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week for another battle report.